Hey everyone, it's Konami and welcome back to my channel. So today I will be opening, unboxing, reviewing, and swatching the Jeffree Star 2017 Chrome Summer Collection. I got this box in the mail yesterday and I was super excited to open it up, but I wanted to do it with you guys on camera. So let's get started. I want to preface this video by saying if you are coming to this video specifically just to hate on it and dislike it, or you want to talk crap about Jeffree Star or online drama, or you overall have just a negative attitude and no positivity, then I'm sorry, but you got the wrong video. See, when I review Sailor Moon items, I better think of everything Naoko Takeuchi and Toei Animation has ever done before I review this product. Just like the creator and animators of Sailor Moon aren't my focal point when I open up an item of theirs that I review, it shouldn't be the focal point of makeup or cosmetics either. With that being said, yes, I do support Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Yes, I am a collector of his makeup. And yes, I own a lot of the products. However, my core value for my channel and my reviews is honesty. There have been things in certain collections that didn't go well with me. It's all just a matter of opinion, and while we are all entitled to it, I do so in a way that I personally don't think is 100% negative. Honestly, most of the stuff that didn't work for me is just because of my skin tone and my shade. So it was more like the shade didn't work for me. But that doesn't mean that it couldn't work for someone else. And because of that, let us roll into the disclaimer. I am not a professional makeup artist, nor have I ever claimed to be. All of the views and opinions expressed in these videos are my own, and you are more than welcome to disagree. Just because something does or does not work for me doesn't mean that it could or could not work for you. All a matter of opinion, and we're all different, and that's what makes us beautiful. So with that being said, let's try and keep an open mind and an open heart. Let's cut this BS and let's press start. Okie dokie, so the first thing we're gonna pick up is this right here. This is the card that comes in the box. I see Jeffree Star and Laura Lee, and I'm sure that a bunch of people are just gonna read me because I don't know who the other models are, so let me know in the comments box below if you know, because I don't. On the back it does show the summer lip ammunitions. I did not get any of the lip ammunitions. I have one lip ammunition, and that is because bullet lipstick and me, we don't go together. I break them because I'm too careless and I like jam it onto my lip. And that's not how you should put these on. That's actually one of the reasons why I started getting into liquid lipsticks in the first place. I wanted to wear lipstick just like every other girl, but I'm too terrible with bullet lipsticks. So it didn't become a dream for me until these became really popular. So thank God for liquid lipsticks, right? Right. But anyway, this picture is super cool. These are actually really nicely made. I keep these in a box and I look at them on sad days and pretend that someone out there sent me a postcard, because no one ever sends me postcards. But anyway, let's get to unboxing. So this burger that got delivered to me is actually the Skin Frost. Let's find out what it looks like. Ooh, it is so shiny, very reflective. And actually, I don't know if this is gonna translate well on the camera, but this actually isn't like a silver chrome. It's actually got like a twinge of pink to it. In real life, these look a little more pink, but on camera, they show up like silver. I assure you, there's some pink in there. So I got shade Crystal Ball. This is what the Skin Frost box looks like, a normal Skin Frost box, and here is the Manny MUA Skin Frost. These are the 3 variations that we currently have right now. Even though I really like this one because it's so unique, I gotta say this one's still my favorite. Let's stop talking about the box and let's get to what's inside the box. Hello, camera. This is literally a mirror. Then on the back, it continues around. This is so awesome. Cue to 4 hours later of Konami Eye just staring at the pretty things. All right, so here is the original, the Manny NUA, and the newest packaging. Oh, this looks so cool. I love it. I love it. Let's open this guy up. Ooh, this is the Skin Frost. Now, someone asked me to compare this to Princess Cut and Ice Cold. So here is Princess Cut, definitely pink. And then comparing that to Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball is definitely whiter. Here's Ice Cold. Oh my gosh, the Jeffree Star logo is like almost worn off. Here is next to Crystal Ball. Let's go ahead and do a swatch test. We're gonna use Ice Cold here in the middle, Princess Cut, into Crystal Ball. Okay, so there they are. They are very different. Crystal Ball seems to have more of like a slight purplish hue. Ice Cold is super white, and then Princess Cut is light, but it is a pink color. So they all have different reflective qualities. Very similar, but they are not the same. When I got ready today for this video, I did not put any highlighter on, and that is so weird to go through your whole makeup routine and not put one thing of highlighter on. It's just unheard of for me. I was told to go very lightly, so I'm guessing that this is extremely pigmented. If previous Jeffree Star highlighters are any indication, then that is true. So I'm just gonna do like a quick little swipey do. And that was such a tiny little swipe. Like, look, it doesn't even look like I touched the pan at all. This is me on the side with it. This is me with the side without it. Blinding, not blinding. Blinding, not blinding. Beautiful, still beautiful, but not blinding. That is so awesome. Now I know why they call it Crystal Ball, because your face looks like a crystal ball. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and finish on the other side. Okay, I will say this, while I was dipping into it a second time, I did get a little bit of kickback. Not anything crazy, just be warned that if you don't want the flakes everywhere, to be a little careful when applying it. You can see on this mirror that it kind of kicked up a little bit. But really, with the amount of product that comes in these pans, you're not really losing that much compared to the price of $28. So even if that is a drawback for you, just think of how much is in that pan compensating for the loss via fallout. I'm just gonna hit my nosy. Oh, 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 oh. For $28, the Skin Frost is great, fantastic, beautiful, gorgeous, shiny, shimmery, splendid. It's great. But really, I wasn't expecting anything less from the Skin Frost. Again, the amount of product that you get in all these Skin Frost pans versus what you use, like literally have had Ice Cold forever, and it's still going strong. Now, I will say this, if you currently own Princess Cut or Ice Cold, you might want to hold off on Crystal Ball just because the effects are pretty similar. Now, I have showed you that they are not exactly the same, but the effects and look of them is very similar unless you have some sort of intense look that will showcase the pink of Princess Cut, the white of Ice Cold, or the iridescence of Crystal Ball. So keep that in mind if you're planning on choosing to get this one if you already own the other ones. Thumbs up for me. Let's move on to the star of the show, the liquid lips. So here's the package for the liquid lips. Let's see what's inside. Ooh. So when Jeffree Star first actually took a picture of this box and put it on his Snapchat, I actually sent it to a bunch of my friends after screenshotting it and saying, I have to have whatever this is. I don't care what it is, but I have to have it. And now it's in my hands. You have the hot pink Jeffree Star logo on the front on top of this kind of matte metallic pink. It is a really nice sturdy box. On the back we have all of the shades that are contained in the set, his social media and his website. It has a magnetic enclosure. So let's go ahead and open her up. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. So this is really pretty. Oh my gosh, very, very, very gorgeous. Although I would have really enjoyed the product more if I were to open it and find that there was a mirror inside. Just kidding, I don't really care. Here are all 8 of the Velour Liquid lipstick shades in their chrome boxes. Oh, those look so cool. So this box actually reminds me in movies where, you know, there's a briefcase and the main character opens it up and then the big boss man goes, "You're gonna have to choose one and then you're gonna have to eat it. 7 of them are poison. 1 of them's chocolate. So which one are you gonna choose, Law?" But really, like, this is so awesome. It looks so cool. You can't see, but the shade names are down here. In fact, I will pull this up real quick. So those are the shade names. A+ for presentation, but that's just the box. Let's find out what the products look like. Okie dokie, so we are gonna start with nudes and then we are gonna go to crazy colors. I will be doing some comparisons to colors because a lot of people ask me like, oh, is this shade similar to this shade or whatnot? So I have these on hand so that you can see. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so the first shade that we are gonna go for is this one, and it is called Butt Naked. Woo! Right away, I am seeing very similar features from Butt Naked to last year's summer collection shade called Nude Beach. And if you see these two together, very similar. This one is just slightly darker to the naked eye. These look the same, but yes, this one is a slight bit darker. And it's funny that it's called Butt Naked because you would be butt naked at a nude beach. Anyone? Anyone? No? Okay. Anyway, jokes aside, let's find out what it looks like. There is no smell. I don't even know if there's supposed to be a smell. Alright guys, so first impressions. I was a huge fan of Nude Beach last year, so this addition to the collection is just fantastic. I really like it, and the fact that Nude Beach is no longer available, it's almost like this is this year's answer. So if you have Nude Beach already, I would consider not getting this one, but if you don't, then go ahead and get Butt Naked because it looks so good. The only thing that I will say about it is when you apply it for the first time, it does go a little bit streaky. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a second layer just in case to kind of see if that gets remedied. Yeah, you can tell it's so much bolder. It looks really nice and even. It does take 2 coats, but it's kind of in the realm of like a pastel-y light milky color, so it's totally 100% understandable why you would need 2 coats in order for it to be opaque, but ooh, it looks so good. So it really does stand out no matter what you wear it with, and I really like that. So we are off to a great start with the 2017 collection. So I'm gonna show you guys what my removal methods are so that you guys don't read me for whatever reason. I take a makeup remover cloth and I pretend like I'm putting on makeup to take it off. After I rub the makeup off, I do dab around my lips with a beauty sponge and then with some powder. That way each shade has its fighting chance, because a lot of people read people for doing it this way because they say like, oh, it's streaky because you put on the makeup remover, so it's pushing the makeup off of your lips. So that is my method of testing lip colors. I'm sorry if you don't agree with it, but it's just kind of the way I do it. Like, how else am I supposed to do it all in one go? Alrighty, so the next shade is called Hunty. That's what it looks like. Yes, Hunty, you go. It is not the same nude as this nude. They might seem similar, but this one is browner than the other one. So for some spectrum range, here is the Chrome collections versus the regular nudes. They are different than most of the nudes, and in fact, these two specifically from the Chrome collection look to be warm tone based with a yellow base. So that's actually something really curious. I do like the fact that I saw that these have a yellow base. It would be kind of nice, seeing as I have a tanner skin, it might complement it or it might blend in all together. But now that I'm thinking about it, having red pink lips, a cool tone lipstick is not necessarily a bad thing, and they probably market it that way because most people have pink and red lips. I'm curious to see what this will look like on, so let's go ahead and do that now. This does not have a smell. Like I said, I don't know if any of these have smells. My favorite thing to do sometimes is open up Mannequin because it has that root beer smell. And then last year, like watermelon soda, it smelled like watermelon. So I was hoping that with the summer collection that there would be some sort of smell. Ooh, one coat opacity. Pretty good. Okay guys, so first impressions of Hunty. When it was wet, I was thinking, wow, this looks really nice. It's kind of like my skin tone. It's just very complimentary. And then now that it's dried down, I can't tell if I really like the color or if I look like an old leather couch. Or an old leather bag. I don't know. I can't tell if it's a color that compliments me or if it looks bad. So sound off in the comments box below if you guys think that Hunty looks okay or terrible on me. I promise I won't get offended, but I'm so confused. I haven't had a yellow based nude lipstick, and I'm not talking about like Flamethrower and Queen Bee. I'm talking about something that's supposed to look nude. This almost looks like it could have been a concealer, or maybe I did my makeup thing on my lips to do the lip swatch and I just forgot. I don't know, it's confusing. Although I can see an application for this is if I wanted to use it for like a nude lip gradient, that would look really cool with this. Or if I were to outline my lips and then put that in for like a boldy kind of look. I don't know, I'm kind of about it. I don't know if I hate it, I don't know if I love it, I don't even know if I'm just indifferent about it. It's the color and it did go on really nicely. Like one coat opacity, fantastic. Hunty, can't tell you to Shantae or Sachet. We'll just wait and see. Alrighty, so next shade is called Calabasas, and it looks a little something like this. Calabasas, of course, being named after the place where Jeffree Star and the Kardashians live. This is a really pretty color. I have heard from multiple sources that this is the fan favorite of the collection, so I am really excited to try it. No smell. I feel like it's a fan favorite. All right, first impressions of Calabasas. I can tell why it's a fan favorite. Look at this. It is a really pretty color. Like a really, really pretty color. Like if I were Mean Girls, I would be Regina George and I would say, you're like really pretty. Because you're like really pretty. This color is confusing to me though. To me, it's like a coral that suddenly decided it wanted to be a berry. And as odd as that sounds, like I'm all for it. Just, this looks very nice. It looks like something that would just look really good on any skin tone, like darker or lighter. I think that this would fit within that realm of an everyman shade. And just looking at it in the tube too, like I can see this on a lot of people. So yes, this is an A+ for me. Good job. Okay guys, next up we have a color called Family Jewels. It is like a brownie pinky, if that is a real way of saying it. It looks like if you took the shade Daddy from the Manny MUA collection and I'm Shook from the same collection and just smashed them together. It's almost like they would have a little baby, which is a lot of Jeffree Star shades actually, is a lot of them look like the byproduct of two colors, which happens to happen in a lot of makeup brands. It also does look like it could be in the family of Rose Madder and Gemini, just in the pinky brown tones, but this one is just like in between. So much more like if Daddy and I'm Shook were put together. Let's try it out. I just gotta stop smelling these because I'm pretty sure they don't. Alright guys, first impressions of Family Jewels. When I saw it in the bottle, I was like, man, it looks like I'm Shook and Daddy, but on my lips it looks so much better. Oh my gosh. This is hands down already, it's like end of the game. This is my favorite lipstick of the entire Jeffree Star Cosmetics collection. And that's crazy because right now my two reigning contenders for numero uno are Mannequin, my first ever shade that I ever got from Jeffree Star, and Leo, which is also a pinky brown that came out because of Jeffree's boyfriend, who is a Leo. I'm also a Leo, but that's not why I like it. I like it because it's a brown and a pink. But this brown and a pink and this brown and a pink are different. I don't know. Lipstick shades to me are crazy. Like, sometimes they'll look good, sometimes they don't. This one, literally right out of the bottle, one application, I'm done, I'm shook, I'm finished. Family jewels. Who would have thought? My favorite color. My favorite color. Hands down. Done with this collection. I'm done reviewing. Bye. See you later. But seriously, I'm putting this top tier right now. I will be very surprised if someone can knock this out of the #1 spot by the end of this review. Wow. Like, taking off that shade, I'm kind of having like withdrawals because I really liked that shade. Holy crap. Okay, so next up we are going to try this shade. It is called Flamboyant. It is a pinky coral color, from what I can tell, and it is one of the shimmers. So you can see it's sparkly-ish. I don't know, my camera and my lights don't like to play well, but like there's little glimmers in there. So let us see what it looks like. Oh, this one has a smell. This one has a smell, but I don't know what it smells like. Dang it. Okay, let's see what it looks like on, and while it's drying, I'll look up what it's supposed to smell like. Fresh strawberries. I looked it up. I had to watch part of Jeffree Star's actual like swatch video that he did for himself on his own channel to figure it out, because nobody has actually said on any website or publication like, oh, it's supposed to smell like strawberries. It's supposed to smell like fresh strawberries. So that is what it smells like. Good job, Flamboyant, for having a smell. Now let's talk about this color. The shimmer, it's there. My camera and lighting setup are not the best for showing that, but like you can see right here, the glitterized, pearlized, diamondized formula. It looks really nice. And the other thing about it that I really like is it did to my lips what highlighters do to my cheeks. So it went from just like regular matte color to just like shine on my lips, and I like it. It's pretty good to me. Flamboyant. It's very flamboyant. Compared to the other shimmers in Jeffree Star's history, this one would be one that I think is wearable all on its own. It is a more subtle shade, but it does suffer from the same thing that all of the other ones do, where it dries down very quickly, and if you don't apply it very well the first time, it can become streaky. I actually had to go in and fix it. Overall, this color is really pretty. Everyday wearability. It's a thumbs up from me. All right, so the next color we have is this one right here. It is called Candy Ass. It is also a shimmer, and you can see between the two of these guys, there's like a ton of shimmer in Candy Ass and just like a subtle shimmer in Flamboyant. And compared to like Dream House, which also I think has the same type of, what is it, glitter, pearl, something in it to make it shimmery. I think these two are the most comparable. So with that in mind, I will be working quickly to put this on so that it goes on evenly. Fingers crossed. Ooh, this one smells like strawberries too. So the shimmers, they are so good smelling. Hold on, I gotta try this. Hold on, one sec. Watermelon soda. That's weird. Like, it smells like a fruit and cream parlor. It's the best way to put it. Fantastic smell. Okay, enough getting high off of the lipsticks. Let's just try it on. Again, moving quickly. And 1, 2, 3, go. All right, first impressions of Candy Ass. It is shimmery, shiny, and luscious. Seriously though, like, look at this. Like, forget what I said about Flamboyant with the whole, like, it did to my lips what highlighter did to my face. Like, this is the lip highlighter. Like, look at it. Just like, swing, swing. It's basically like a spotlight on my lips. I'm walking downtown and it's dark. Shine a light over here, sir. And boom, up. I've been found. This is a really good one. Not too crazy of a color either. So just like Flamboyant, it's like a muted version of a high-powered color. Like, these are coral and like a reddish pinkish. I don't know how they did it. I'm not gonna ask them because it's just too good. It's too good. The formulas for the shimmers are the same between the two of them. This one could possibly stand a little bit less time with the application. I went super fast with this one, which is why I think it turned out so good. Another thumbs up from me. Okay, so the final two colors that we have left are Venus Flytrap and You Better Work. 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 I'm gonna go ahead and leave You Better Work as the last shade because since it's purple, I've been told that it might actually stain my lips and we are not about to have that. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap Venus Flytrap on my lipicals. So even before taking it out of the tube, let's take a look at it a little closer. Yes. First things first, this is not as neon as I thought that it was going to be. Seeing it online, I was like, oh my gosh, neon green, that's so cool. It's a little bit more of like a pastel. And I know on camera that doesn't translate very well, but let's take Breakfast at Tiffany's and Queen Supreme. Seeing them next to each other might help you see what I'm talking about. They are kind of a more pastel color. Because it is a pastel, I'm going to go ahead and assume that I'm going to have to put on multiple layers of this color in order for it to show up opaque. These ones, this one in particular, I really wanted to go for some Nicki Minaj lips when I bought this, and this was actually the one that I complained about the most because it was really streaky and patchy, and then I found out that you have to do it in layers, like meticulously put on layer. After I did that, worked out perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that. It does not smell. We're going back to the non-smells. Let's methodically put this on quickly, just like with the shimmers, but in a different way. So here we go. Okay, so I put on a second layer and it is opaque and not so streaky, but you can still see that it's streaky right there. Let me use this to point it out right there. Just like a little bit, but that's not bad. It looks pretty good for the color. It doesn't look good on me. I don't like it, except I can understand why they would do this. It's the same reason they released this color last summer. Because people do amazing lip, eye, and face makeup art with colors from eye-safe products. Jeffree Star is known for being vegan and cruelty-free, so a lot of his shades get used in other applications. Now, I can tell you this from personal experience because just recently for Pride 2017, I posted pictures on Instagram of me with rainbow done in Jeffree Star lip color across my face as freckles and across my lip as a gradient. Now seeing that Venus Flytrap is this bright green, I would have much rather had this in the middle of my lips than Dirty Money. Dirty Money turned out looking really awesome, but just look at this. When it came to green, this one would have stood out so much nicer, especially since it was kind of like a summery vibe. But even still, it turned out great, and it was all because these are eye and face safe. There's only a couple colors that I know are not eye safe, but you can check out his website in order to find those out. I do believe that it's designer blood from the Christmas collection that you're not supposed to put on your eyes, but don't quote me on that. Let's just call a spade a spade. I don't like this color on my lips, but I can definitely appreciate what the application for it is, and I'm really excited to see where people are gonna go with this color. And in fact, like, I'm actually very curious to find out what it would look like as a gradient with another green, like crocodile teeth. So if you want to see a picture of that, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I will probably try that one of these days and post it just to see what it looks like. So the final color is this purple color called You Better Work. You better work. You better work. Now I was warned that this one I have to be careful with when applying. It could possibly stain my lips, so that's why I saved it for last. But let's see what it looks like on. And this one doesn't have a smell either, so heads up. This is weird. The application of it is hard. It's literally like I'm dragging something across my lips. It's not my favorite feeling, actually. It feels really weird. Okay, so first impressions of You Better Work is You Better Work, girl. This color looks so good too. Like I said, I was trying to be really objective so it didn't sound like I was kissing Jeffree Star's ass, but holy crap, this is such a pretty color. Wow, it's like a berry, like fuchsia-ish purple. Like it just looks really good. That's the pro. The con of it is, holy crap, putting this on was terrible. Okay, so Jeffree Star lipstick, in my experience, has a certain way of being applied. It goes on, it glides on, it's really easy. This literally felt like I was dragging Velcro across another piece of Velcro, and it felt really weird. So I couldn't get as much control over the wand or the doe foot, and I was afraid because it's such a dark color that I was gonna put it in the wrong place. So thankfully I have like a kind of steady hand. I can see that I have messed up in a certain area here. Hold on one sec. Anyway, the color though, the color payoff is fantastic. Now, if what they say is true, when I go to take this off, it did stain my lips. I can understand why that is why it has the opacity that it does in just one pass. I do want to put another layer on just to see kind of what it would look like if I have two. And then I also want to just see that maybe it was my lips. Maybe putting liquid lipstick over liquid lipstick is going to change the way that this applies. And I can't tell if it's the formula or the doe foot, but we'll find out. Okay, the color payoff is just magnificent. I love this color. I've never found a purple shade or lipstick that I thought like looked good to the point where I feel like I could wear it out. I'm royalty. Love the color. Actually, really, really love this color. However, it was like too purple. This is almost, like I said, like a fuchsia purple hybrid. So I think it looks really classy. It's not dark enough that it looks vampy, but it's not light enough that it looks too kiddish. It's just like right in between where it looks kind of like something a young adult would wear. Either way, the color payoff is awesome. The application though, even the second time, it felt like I was just dragging it over my lips. I'm assuming that it's going to be the product itself, like the formula is why it does that. But what makes this formula different from the others? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and try and take this off with makeup remover wipe, and we'll see what happens. Honestly, it did feel when I was taking it off like I was taking off more than 2 layers of liquid lipstick. It felt like I had like done the 100 layer challenge and I was just like scraping it off. It really had some resistance, so I'm assuming that this formula is just a little bit different than the others. But I don't know, it came off and my lips aren't purple. They do look like a natural color, so I don't see too much of a con with that. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and stick my favorite shade on, and I will be right back to do a final assessment. Here is my favorite color. If you thought that anything other than family jewels was going on my lips after this collection, y'all are crazy. It's seriously my favorite. I love it. It's really nice looking, and I think it's my new favorite. Like I said, out of the entire Jeffree Star collection, that is my new favorite. Second close would probably be Leo and Mannequin. Now it's time to do the final verdict for the Jeffree Star 2017 Chrome Summer Collection. Okay, let's start off with the Skin Frost. I already made my piece with the Skin Frost. It looks fantastic, but if you already own Ice Cold or Princess Cut or even Eclipse, you might want to skip that one. So now the liquid lipstick collection. Let's start by talking about the shades. I'm going to go from the one I like the best to the one I like the least. The first color is, of course, Family Jewels. The next color I'm choosing is Flamboyant. Third is Candy Ass Girl, the highlighter for lips. Fourth color, Butt Naked. Fifth is You Better Work. Seriously, you better work. You better work. You better work. 6 is fan favorite, Calabasas. Number 7 is Hunty. And last up, I don't think this is any surprise to anyone, but this Venus Flytrap. Now, I'm not putting this at the end of the list because I hate it. I put it at the end of the list because it is the least likely to be put on my lip. Okay, so let's talk about value. So the standard retail on the website right now, as of this filming, is $105 US, and that is still available right now. Each of these shades are $18 on the website, which means you would be paying $144 for the complete collection. If you wanted to pick and choose the ones that you wanted, it's a better deal to do that because you don't have to get shades that you don't necessarily want or you don't think that you're going to need. Having the whole collection as well as this pretty box for $105, I think it's worth it. You get a savings of $39, which is essentially 1.5 of these individually, and then you get free shipping for the item anyway, so it's literally just $105. So overall, I think that if you wanted all 8 shades, or even if you wanted a majority of the shades, let's say you wanted 6 out of the 8 or 7 out of the 8, is still a really good and better deal to get this collection. Speaking of the collection itself, I think, like I said, they hit the nail on the head this time with the warmer tones and just the colors that they used in it. It's such a good, refreshing summer collection. And a lot of people buy these liquid lipsticks and they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna use that all the time, and then I don't ever see them wearing those liquid lipsticks. This is a collection, I think, that if you bought it, you would be compelled to grab one of these at least once a day. Like I said, I tried to be objective. I really did. I didn't want to sound like I was pandering or that I was favoring Jeffree Star Cosmetics, but in some ways you just try so hard to be against something and it just overrides you, and it shows you that, you know, if a product is good enough, it'll just prove itself to you. And I think that is exactly what it did with this collection. It is definitely Konami I approved. I don't know if that's gonna be a thing or whatever. The collection as a whole, fantastic. Were there things that could have been changed? Sure, but I gave my opinions on that, and hopefully that's good enough for some people. And with that, that is the end of this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you made it to the end, bravo, thank you. I want to know if you made it to the end, so if you did, leave me an emoji. I don't care which one. It could be any single one. Just leave me an emoji to let me know that you made it to the end of this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know that yes, you watched it. And of course, find and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more crazy randomness from this channel, as well as keep up to date on all things Konami I. If you have any questions, comments, or you want to leave your feels, leave them in the comments box below. And remember, please be nice with the comments you see, even if you disagree. And the best way to defeat someone who's rude or trolling is just ignore them and keep on scrolling. As always, you can find me on my social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and now on Twitch TV, streaming very, very randomly at my name, Konami_I. And you can find me at my second channel at KawaiiKO if you are interested in gaming. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you who watches it, likes it. I even appreciate you guys that dislike it because it means that you guys took the time out of your day to click on my video. So, thank you. And with that, until next time, this is Konami I saying thanks so much for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye! If you do happen to buy the Chrome collection, every piece that has a reflective surface is a magnet for fingerprints. You're going to be using Windex a lot. I know you guys didn't ask to see this, but holy crap, this is what it looks like when I decide, oh, I'm going to make a video comparing a bunch of the shades. Bye guys.